There's certain chapters that happen where everything just stops. This is one of those chapters where everything stops. I am so happy I wasn't spoiled and I avoided and evaded every possible thing. But without further ado, let's get into the chapter because this was a great one. It was a Shanks chapter. So a Shanks chapter, it's hype. 10 out of 10. Let's get to it, okay? We're gonna start in Egghead. I know you guys can't wait for us to talk about Egghead, so we're gonna start in Egghead. I know, we're gonna talk about Shanks, but just hold off for a little bit. Oda, why did you hold off? Why did Oda hold off so long from showing us S-Hawk's ability, his Devil Fruit ability? I thought it would be something crazy. This makes the most sense. We even referenced this in a video when we were talking about his possible Devil Fruit. We talked about a Dice. We talked about Diamond. We talked about Fujitora. The Fujitora one would be a lot more epic, but this one makes the most sense. It's perfect for S-Hawk. Now, this Luffy, Rob, Lucci, Kaku, Zoro team up, very unlikely, but I mean, you kind of saw it coming based on last chapter, and it makes sense. They don't want to protect them, and they are kind of holding back. I thought the dialogue around everything was fantastic, right? Like, with Kaku saying, yo, guys, if you let us go, we'll let you put the restraints back on without a fight. Obviously. And Zoro's like, he's lying. And Luffy's like, yo, okay, cool. I mean, we'll let it out. And Luffy being as naive as he always is, I thought at first Luffy's mindset would have been Zoro's. What I mean? Well, at first I thought that Zoro would say, well, you guys can't beat us, so we can let you out. It's not gonna matter. Zoro's thinking through these things and Luffy really isn't. So that whole sequence is hilarious because they asked Rob Lucci, hey, what was your original mission? And Rob Lucci did not lie. He said, my mission was to eliminate the 7 Vegapunks. Kaku's like, bro, you're killing me here, okay? I'm lying to this guy. We got him. He's gullible. And you're like, bro, you killing me. And Rob Lucci's been killing Kaku the entire time because remember Kaku was looking at Rob Lucci before he engaged with Luffy. It's like, okay, we cannot. Rob, are you listening, Rob? And there were a few people that were saying I was crazy when I said S-Hawk has a Devil Fruit. We gotta wait and see what it is. Guys, come on. It was so obvious. He had the green blood. Why would you not give him a Devil Fruit, right? I'm not gonna lie. That attack by S-Hawk was smooth. Like, he transitioned so clean into it. It's kind of like the transition to the subscribe button plug, right? Where you click the button because you look down and you realize you're not subscribed, and now you take the opportunity to do so, right? And I certainly appreciate it. But seriously, that boy Shaka even mentions Stussy, and he's like, I'm sure you're not gonna let Stussy off the hook for betraying you guys, are you? And Rob Lucci's like, no, I'm not gonna show her any mercy. And Kaku's like, bro, are you trying to not let them release? Bro! I love that whole dynamic. It's great. Luffy did make the ultimate decision saying, give me the keys. And then he said to Rob Lucci, listen, I'm better than you. I'm faster than you. I'm stronger than you. My Devil Fruit's better than yours. I'm the chosen one. You can't beat me. And because of that, whatever I say goes, okay? You're not going to touch my friends, and you're not going to touch the Vegapunks, right? Right? Zoro in the back is like, they're not going to fight. Oh, he fell for it. And Luffy's not taunting. Luffy's being so serious about the fact that you can't beat me, bro. Rob Lucci's talking smack still, where it's become endearing, where he's like, he's talking smack in the midst of taking multiple L's. At this point, you gotta respect it. But Luffy, king talking smack, saying, yo, you can't beat me. It don't matter. I don't care. I love it. All the attacks they used on the Seraphim were fantastic. In the Seraphim, they seem to be okay. But that Tempest kick, White Thunder, that sounds so clean. I love it. But you can't go wrong with the Purgatory Onigiri, right? And then Luffy, again, the people that said that Gear 4th will be obsolete, call me crazy, is back, right? It's one of Luffy's things. It's almost when Luffy's using Gear 3rd when he didn't need to. It's just one of those things that Luffy's gonna pull out from time to time because he's Luffy. Even when it's not efficient, even when it's not the best thing, when Oda doesn't want to just go Gear 5 every single time, here we have it with Gear 4th. Right now, our feature presentation. Actually, not quite yet. We gotta talk about Vegapunk and the Trader, because this was a very jam-packed chapter. It felt like the chapter was solely about one thing, Shanks and Kid. It felt like that, but it was about so much more than that. Okay, so Vegapunk, we know what the Stella body is. He's locked up with CP5, CP6, and CP8, I believe. Actually, CP5, CP7, and CP8. Regardless, these people were saying they came to investigate and, well, they were kidnapped and they thought the Stella body was behind it. The Stella body's like, well, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I was just doing my research, and bro, like, I guess it makes sense why information was leaked to the world government now, because we had a traitor all along. And who was this traitor? Well, it had to be somebody that had been there for a long time, right? Because the CP agents came there time after time after time and they locked them up. But it had to be somebody that's not as bad, because they didn't just straight up kill the Stella body and didn't just straight up kill the CP agents unless they wanted to be out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. Have they been feeding them? It's strange. The person who seemed to be over the weaponized CBs seemed to be Lilith, but I don't know. That seems too obvious. Again, Vegapunk is saying this person is leaking information to the world government about the Poneglyphs research and all that. This person could be the reason why St. J. Garcia is heading towards Egghead, because they're trying to secure the Seraphim. So who is it? There's some theories. People saying it could be one of the punks, obviously, but then it could be a 7th punk that was discarded. People saying it could be the AI that's trying to preserve itself, because everything they're doing is not necessarily against Vegapunk, it's about preservation. I mean, they did knock out Vegapunk or Stella Body, but what? That's crazy. Working with the government and the Gorosei, and then also G5, there are a bunch of people headed towards Egghead. So it's about to be an all-out war. Someone did mention as well that S Flamingo is on the island. So guess what could be coming? Yes. Birdcage could be coming again, guys, because S Flamingo more than likely will have the same devil fruit. I'm scared. I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. But now, our feature presentation. Now, I can't get too in depth with everything that's going on here, but I'm going to get in depth as I can. Shanks is in Elbaf with his entire crew. And guess who we found out or knew already was on his way to Elbaf, or about to be in Elbaf? Eustace Captain Kidd. So, very unique situation. Confirmed Shanks is probably over or the boss of Elbaf. They did mention heavily tribute, or, a tribute of some sort. Not sure if he's collecting tribute to protect Elbaf. Who knows? Don't know yet. However, this is major for various reasons. So first off, we see a kid just like Luffy wanting to join Shanks, because Shanks, the charisma is on 1000, okay? Like, they had women just losing their minds in this chapter. It had like a fake out Makino saying, oh my God, he's so beautiful. And all of us were saying it collectively as well while reading the chapter. I must admit. How this is being built up, though, is that Shanks was chilling and Kidd had started attacking the youngsters on the Shanks' crew, right? The young guys, not the officers, some of the young guns. Guys, we can't forget, Shanks and Kidd, they have beef. Well, okay, now we found out that Ben Beckman took Kidd's arm. How? Where did they state that? I'll mention that in a second, okay? However, they have beef. They met before and his arm was taken. So it is on site every single time. I respect it. Where did we find out that Ben Beckman took Kidd's arm? Well, in the chapter, Ben Beckman says to Shanks, the enemy is going to be pissed at you for keeping them waiting. Lakiru says, ha, you're one to talk back. You think they're only going to be mad at Shanks for keeping them waiting? Which implies that the person that basically took Shanks' arm, or Kidd's arm, was Ben Beckman, right? They said basically they didn't even see Shanks the last time. So if they're mad at Ben Beckman, more than likely by process of elimination, the person that did the deed was none other than Benny Boy, man. Such a savage. This is crazy. Shanks is somewhat fortuitous, or he looks at life like it's happenstance. Things happen for a reason, where he's saying, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, because we're just about to head out, but you can't help it when you lose track of time catching up with old friends. And for Shanks, it's kind of like, I don't have to rush to go anywhere. I'm red hair Shanks. I'm the prettiest man in One Piece, and I'm heralded as the strongest. Some people would disagree, but I'm heralded as the strongest. Like, I'm not worried about nothing. But something I realized as well, Shanks does not care about Rockstar. Like, Rockstar said Kidd has attacked the youngsters on site. It's gonna turn into full-out war. Shanks says, yo, Rockstar, can you deliver a message for me to Captain Kidd? And the message was raw, right? The message was raw as hell. I was like, he talking that shit. He said, tell Kidd he can either hand over his road poneglyphs or his rubbings to me and get out of here, or he can risk his life fighting me. Well, Kidd being the type of man he is, he said, fuck off. Well, we don't know how Rockstar is going to fare, or if the message is even going to get to him. But sending Rockstar into the fray after everything that's going on, Shanks does not care about Rockstar. He did it before. He sent Rockstar to Whitebeard. And Whitebeard almost took his head off. So it's just like, Rockstar, why did you sign up for this? What is your role? But Killer pretty much sets the stage. He said, last time they took your arm without us even getting a glimpse of red hair, and this time it's different. It's not just about your arm, it's your life that's at risk. Not saying that he's scared or anything, he's just letting Kidd know this is all that's at stake. We have to be sure about what we're doing. Kidd's response is, well, that's only if I lose. So, guys, I don't know how Kidd wins. I just don't see how Kidd wins here. They mentioned that Shanks had a fleet of ships with him, right? Shanks even asked the giants for help. And so he said every one of them looks like a big shot. All the people that's with him looks like a big shot. And Kidd is there. He seemed like he has just his core crew. How do you win? It's damn near suicide, but Kidd doesn't care about that. Kidd is that guy when it comes to going in and not really caring about things. Shanks' demeanor is very interesting. Shanks now feels like a true character in One Piece. Of course, Shanks has been making moves before. We saw when he went to the Gorosei, and that was epic. But now Shanks is asking for road poneglyphs. We're not used to this, right? We're not. And so my mind is just trying to fathom the fact that in One Piece right now, we have Garp going after Blackbeard. We have Blackbeard fighting against Law. We have Luffy about to fight against the Gorosei and Kizaru. And we have Kidd about to fight against Red Hair Shanks. What is Crossguild gonna do? I have so many theories in my mind about what could happen, what could transpire. Red Hair Shanks is about to fight Kidd. Some people are saying Shanks is going to get his epithet taken by Kidd. Red Hair Kidd is on the way. Wow. Guys, what was surprising though is a lot of people were rooting for Kid. A lot more people, like when I was doing my live reaction, link in bio if you want to check it out. A lot more people were rooting for Kid than I expected. And, you know, people were kind of looking at Shanks like, you're really cocky and you're asking the Giants for help and you have all your ships there and you're going against UC's Captain Kid. A bit overkill, no. However, Shanks has a lot more to lose in this matchup, even though he has a lot more in his favor. I don't know how Kid wins, but if Kid loses, he should die. But I don't think Kid's story ends here. I've mentioned it before. Law can lose. Kid cannot. I'll tell you guys why in another video tomorrow, because seriously, give me your thoughts. Does Kid have a chance? Is this overkill? Even without all the fleets and everything, 1v1 crew versus crew, it seems overwhelming, but now they have so much in their favor. What I did like as well, the little boy that was there, he was excited about war. And I guess we're on Elbath, you know, how the Viking and Norse mythology, how that is, where it's just like war is exciting for these people and these giants. So, guys, this was a doozy. Give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BroggerDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BroggerD.ace. Thank you, my members. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, my patrons. I appreciate you guys as well. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.